It's been a while since I last looked at a tablet for review, so when the folks over at Dragon Touch reached out to me about their latest release, I was definitely interested in checking it out. This is a $160 tablet with a very impressive display, good battery life, and even a decent build to it. Introducing the Dragon Touch Max10 Plus. Should you get a $160 tablet? Let's go ahead and dive right in. Before we continue, don't forget that I have a Twitch channel that you can go ahead and follow me on for live microphone reviews and much more than that. But you're also going to find my Twitter, my Instagram, and a link to the Tech Summit Discord in the description. So come join the community because it is a pretty cool one. We've also opened up a Patreon as of late where if you join, you'll be automatically entered to win one tech gadget every month in our exclusive giveaways. Details to that are going to be down below. Don't forget to check out the description for everything. Now let's get right into the video. Now let's begin with an unboxing. It comes in this nice little box with some plastic wrapping around it. Cut through that and then you can go ahead and just remove that cover and then get through the box and a ton of foam padding, and then you will find the tablet itself, which looks really nice here. And then looking just a little bit further in, you're going to find the charging brick and the USB-C cable and instructions. The exterior design consists of plastic, and this tablet comes in this matte black color, and the only really glossy part about this is just going to be the glass display itself. And then you're going to be finding the volume rocker, the sleep wake button, and a headphone jack on the right or the top, depending on how you prefer to hold it. You'll also find the USB-C port and micro SD card slot on top or the left side, again, depending on how you prefer to hold it. And then you're going to find the speakers on the bottom, 2 speakers to be exact, and I actually thought that these were pinned for like a keyboard attachment or something like that, but these are actually just speakers. This is a pretty unique tablet, especially in where the ports are and some of the design choices for sure, but there isn't really much to complain about here. I think that this design is mostly fine and it is honestly pretty sleek in my opinion. And now on to the best feature of this tablet, and the one that they market the most, the display. This tablet features a 10.1-inch 1920 by 1200 quantum dot display that you would not expect to see on a $160 tablet. This display is colorful, it's very bright, it's sharp, and watching content on this is genuinely enjoyable. I've actually enjoyed testing this particular aspect of it because it's really good. It's even great for gaming as the colors are just that nice on this tablet. Granted, it's not crazy sharp as we do need to keep our expectations in check here, but this display is really good for the money, and I think that everyone who buys this will be pretty happy with the screen. And let's go ahead and talk about the speakers. The speakers are really just okay, but they are pretty easy to cover up almost regardless of the orientation that you use them in. Horizontally, you will get the best sound and least risk of covering them up, but on your lap, they will get covered pretty easily. And vertically, you'll easily cover them up from the side. But either way, this is how the sound is on these speakers. So here we go.
For sale anymore, but I wanted a convenient way of doing it. I've already homebrewed my 3DS XL to emulate a bunch of different Nintendo consoles, but I wanted to try out one of those dedicated emulation devices that I have heard so much about. I'm probably going to be reviewing a lot more of these in the future because I am genuinely intrigued by devices just like it, since they all just tend to vary when it comes to processing power.
Now this tablet features an undisclosed 8-core CPU running at 1.6 GHz, 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigs of storage with a micro SD card slot expandable to up to 128 gigs, and a 5000 mAh battery. You're also going to find a front-facing and rear-facing camera. So let's go ahead and talk about the cameras. They're really just there. I don't see anybody using the rear-facing camera since people mostly just use the front-facing camera on tablets, but as you can see here, it is pretty laggy and doesn't look very good. I think that the front-facing performance is really just fine here for the price, but it is still pretty laggy. I think it's fine for video calls and things like that since it does look fine enough for it, and honestly that's perfectly fine considering the price tag and most people's use cases for cameras on tablets nonetheless. So when it comes to your average use case of just browsing around, watching content and the works, it actually performs fine. This tablet is running on Android 10, which is pretty nice since you also won't find this on budget tablets very often, though it is still skinned. It looks like it is mostly stock, but you can tell that there is a skin over it nonetheless. So it is an experience that's close to stock, but not exactly. The UI and the OS don't bother me at all, and if anything, I actually appreciate it since I'm pretty familiar with using Android this way from my time with my Pixel phone. However, there does appear to be this ease in and out animation when swiping around, though that does make the experience feel slow at times, and I have noticed stuttering when transitioning between apps and the like. These are fairly common, but not immersion breaking, I would say, as you can still take care of whatever you tend to do just fine. And if you like doing some work on this tablet, then typing on it is fine, and the vibration motors on it do work well enough. And performance in Photoshop Express is totally fine here too, so performance on normal tasks is okay and totally fine for a budget device like this one. And I was actually surprised with the gaming performance on this tablet, since something like Mortal Kombat runs just fine on this. There are stutters every now and then, but nothing that will break the experience by any means. I'd say that gaming like this is just fine, but I would stray away from emulation if you can, unless it's mostly like Game Boy or GBA emulation. The simple stuff, as emulation isn't really the easiest thing to do or handle. But honestly, this works just fine for gaming. And if you wanted to do some cloud gaming, this doesn't have a very powerful Wi-Fi chip, so it may not be ideal for that either. I'd stick to mobile games as performance is great here. And now in terms of battery life, the battery itself isn't exactly massive, but it's good enough for a tablet like this, and it should give you about 4 to 5 hours of screen on time, depending on what you're doing of course, but that was more so my average. So keeping that pricing into consideration, there are compromises being made here, but a lot of these I do understand, and personally I think that this is a really cool product. I, however, would also love to see the folks over at Dragon Touch try something a little bit more premium. Like, let's see a metal build next time maybe, or a glass one even. Now let's go ahead and move that USB-C port to a different spot as well. I would love to see a processor upgrade, as it would actually help out at least a little bit, like when it comes to the stutters in the OS and stuff like that. But that's really about it. So in conclusion, I think that this is a really good value for the money. I remember when budget tablets started to emerge, and even up to recently, a lot of them haven't been very good at all. This tablet is very different to me, because while it has the performance that I would expect from something this price, it has a display that screams quality from a value standpoint. And if you're just looking for something to watch content on, to watch movies on, maybe TV shows, like if you're just streaming to this tablet, no matter what kind of content it is really, then this tablet will yield you really good results, and this will be a killer value for you. I don't doubt that. So I can very much recommend it, and again, do make sure to check that out. And if you're interested in purchasing this tablet, then I'll be making sure to leave affiliate links down to Amazon in the description. You're also going to be finding links to ABUNDA, which is going to be a very cool service for helping you finance things on Amazon as well. And it is going to be just like very simple financing. No credit card required, it's just going to be very easygoing. Links to that down below. And if you end up using any of these links, I do get a small commission that does help out the channel quite a bit, so I would appreciate that quite a bit. And also, we do have the Tech Summit Patreon, which just opened up recently. We do offer bonus episodes twice a week of the Tech Summit podcast, and we also run monthly giveaways of a tech gadget, $50 in value. And again, these run every single month, so do make sure to check that out down in the description. And don't forget that we also have a Twitch where I like to stream every Friday and Saturday, and every time that I review a brand new microphone, so do make sure to get to that down below as well and follow me over there. And don't forget that I do have other social media too. You can actually find me on Discord through the Tech Summit Discord down in the description, and you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter. But with that said, this has been Francisco from Tech Summit. Thank you for watching, and I will be seeing you all later. Enjoy.